It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of Mandalore as we know it. It's the end of season 3 as we know it. And thank God. Welcome back, everyone, to our Star Wars Plus live reaction of The Mandalorian, titled
We Have Spoken.
And we are finally at the end of this season. I never thought I'd feel such relief. This season, dear God, it has been so uneven and so lackluster, especially compared to this first 2 seasons, that I kind of just want to get it done and over with. Because we kind of have a feeling we know where this is all ultimately heading towards. I don't like it, but it seems like the natural progression of things. Thankfully, I haven't managed to avoid all spoilers. I stayed off the internet pretty much all day because I did not want to be spoiled whatsoever. So whatever happens is either going to be a complete surprise or it's going to fulfill my own expectations. So we'll see. Any predictions or anything you have as to how this all ends or whatever?
Oh, I just know it's not gonna be good. It's barely just gotten back to what it was, and even then, it's been meh. But yeah, I'm expecting big things that maybe I'll like, but my expectations are very low for this finale.
I will say I've seen a few snippets from the creators when asked about how season 3 will end, and they gave one of those kind of really vague answers like, oh, well, you know, I think it all comes to its natural conclusion, and I think it'll be a surprise, but I think fans will be satisfied. It's like, you know, they know it sucks. You know, they're just trying not to give away the fact that there's going to be something in it that's gonna piss people all the way off. Like, that's what I feel anyway.
And this is the return
of the King, or of the Jedi. Nah, it can't be of the Jedi. That would have been a lot better. With that being said, let's get started and see just how all of season 3 comes to an end. And play. It can't be of the King because Mando gave away his fucking lightsaber.
Dr. Pershing was captured by the New Republic. The creation of clones is your obsession, not mine.
He says with a straight face.
Where are we? This is what's left of the Great Forge.
I heard people say that those Mandalorians were with the Empire the whole time. I was thinking about how could they live there for that long and not see the Empire coming and going in all those huge ass ships.
Split the ceiling there. Thanks to your planet's rich resources, I have created the next generation Dark Trooper suit.
I saw a comment someone said is like, well, yes, I will appropriate your culture. Thank you very much. You get appropriated. You get appropriated. You get appropriated.
And you get stabbed to death.
Yep. He died the way he lived, facing down knives. Is he flying through the atmosphere?
He's gathered his forces and he's using our homeworld as his base. They're sending up fighters to destroy the fleet, evacuate everyone.
Seriously, how is he getting through the atmosphere like that? Ba-boom! I love his arms and his legs are bowed and he still is able to get one over on them.
Mandalorian stormtroopers, still stormtroopers.
Yep. All that armor does is obscure their vision even further.
Excuse me, jump troopers.
Tomato, tomato.
No.
No. Die, motherfucker, die!
Okay.
He's spraying him with the back to spray.
Help me up.
Also, where did you come from?
Grogu, I'm gonna need you to be brave for me, okay? We can't keep running. If we don't take out Moff Gideon, this will never end.
I need you to kill Grogu.
With me.
I need you to eat him like he's a frog.
Or eggs.
Yep. Frog eggs. Seriously, you mean to tell me none of the Mandalorians that were stranded on the surface saw that leaving the surface? Come on.
Sir, the fighters and bombers have launched. Their capital ship will soon be destroyed.
But the Mandalorian has escaped.
Waka 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 waka.
Engage. No.
I'll take care of him myself.
Ooh, call back. I have a feeling I know where this is going now.
I need you.
Oh, hey.
R5, where you been?
To the base and get me the location of Moff Gideon's command center. Sorry, I don't speak binary. I'm counting on you.
He said, do it the fuck yourself. I'm out of here. Wee. Oh yeah, all those droids have those, right? Apparently. Except for R2, who somehow lost his. It's like, I'm too old for this shit.
Nope. Well.
Mouse droid. Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
R5, how are those schematics coming? Got it. Good job, buddy.
This seems awfully familiar,
That's the
doesn't it?
command center. Communications log says that's where he operates from. Ready? Stay close.
Hero sneaking around a base, a droid hacking in to look at the schematics of where someone's located, the bad guy saying, I'll go take care of this myself. Seriously, how did he fly up to the ship? I don't get it.
I'll take care of the cruiser. Load everyone onto the dropships. Go.
This seems awfully suspicious.
That's no moon. Actually, yes it is. I think. I hope. It's gonna go down the ship. Seriously, is there some reason why there has to be someone behind the wheel of these giant things? Like, there's no autopilot, there's no self-destructor they can just launch themselves at?
The command center is down there. I don't have any weapons, so this might get messy. R5.
So why is he facing him down if he has no weapons?
I'm gonna need you to deactivate them one at a time.
This is gonna go well. Surprise, motherfucker!
I'm surprised they couldn't hear him at all. He's like right behind the wall, basically.
Told you, they can't see or hear anything in those helmets. Ooh. Knife in the throat.
This was such great design! God, Empire!
R5, next shield.
We're gonna do this 2 at a time.
Now I got a weapon. Ho, ho, ho.
R5, next shield.
This is like a video game.
Also, you think one of them would be raising the alarm or something?
Yeah.
Gathering more enforcements? Kind of dumb, they're kind of just
Yeah.
waiting to die.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Go away, mouse droid. Ah, you bitch.
What? I ain't doing nothing.
R5, next shield.
You ain't see shit. Die, little mouse. I'm working on it, goddammit. Boy, aren't you glad you had all those guards to take out the Mandalorian?
Ladies and gentlemen and non-binaries, the true hero of the original trilogy, R5.
Aw. And then little mice are trying to like take him down.
All these droids that suddenly have jetpacks.
Like, what happened to R2? Is that like
Yeah.
part of the thing? They have to like clip his jetpacks? Like, what the hell? Ooh, we're gonna see Snoke. This is where Suitor 51 creates all their gaming projects.
That's not Gideon. Those are his clones.
That way he could live forever. Ah! Now, don't get me wrong, I like the idea, but... well, my clones, you were a threat for all of a minute.
We've taken refuge in these surface caves since the purge.
Wow, it is unusually lush down here.
We have hideouts and food caches throughout the surface of the planet. That's how we survive.
Where do they get food
Predators
from?
above and predators below.
You found underground gardens.
No. We planted farms.
From
These
what?
are the old species indigenous to Mandalore. They've been dormant since before the century of the Civil War. Once the planet was abandoned, they sprouted in spots. We cultivated farms.
Uh-huh.
Life persists.
Life finds a way.
Cities.
We're gonna see a dinosaur now. This is like Beast Wars or Beast Machines. Like, there was apparently organic material in Cybertron the whole time. Captain Caveman! So would they be called a flock of Mandalorians or a murder of Mandalorians?
Yes.
Yay, I'm gonna be Bleh.
My clothes. We're finally going to be perfect.
Oh, he
The best
mad.
part of me, by adding the one thing I never had. The Force. I was isolating the potential to wield the Force.
What, midichlorian bullshit?
Separating it into an unstoppable army.
I didn't know you could cultivate that.
Smothered them before they could draw their first breath.
Yeah, that was the idea. So he's basically a wannabe Jedi.
Then wants to be a Mandalorian, wants to be a Jedi or Sith.
I told you, you get appropriated. You get appropriated. I'm back, Gideon. These guys. Ooh boy, let's see how this goes down. Get him, Grogu.
No.
Hope you learned how to utilize that thing's guns.
Watch Grogu just kill them all.
Yeah, I hope that's what happens. I have the power of a Jedi and the discipline of a Mandalorian. You're all dead. Leap. You can't get me. You can't get me. I'm on fire.
Bo-Katan creeds. What's it gonna be this time? Surrender? Or fight?
I think you know that answer.
Never retreat, never surrender.
Victory or death. No!
Ooh!
That's right, shoot him in the ass. Oh, I bet you forgot I could do the Force, huh? Whoosh! The fighting's real clunky in this episode, isn't it?
Well, I guess that's what happens when you're wearing all this heavy armor and stuff.
You did good, kid.
Aw. Should have kept that laser sword and be like, ooh, I got one.
Yeah, no, it's like mine.
Attention on the base!
It's coming right for us. Come on, Bo-Katan. Don't be a wimp.
Hand over the Darksaber, and I'll give you a warrior's death.
Are you kidding
Wow.
me? Really?
The Darksaber is gone. You've lost everything.
Boom, headshot. I will go down with this ship. There we go. Whee! Abort, abort. Oh boy.
Run!
Come on, Grogu. That's what happens when you go up against two warriors and a mage. Whoa! He exploded.
Fire.
Huh. He can do that? He's pulling a Jean Grey. I am Phoenix! So Grogu's a firebender?
Freaking Avatar.
Yep. Aw. Ah, hi, Sits.
I swear on my name and the names of the ancestors. I swear on my name.
Is the Mythster gonna pop up and eat the kid?
That I shall walk the way of the Mandalore.
Don't put him too deep now. He probably will drown.
Grogu is my apprentice. He is no longer a foundling. Add him to the song.
Do you have a helmet built for him?
He is too young to speak, so he is too young to take the creed.
Fair enough.
He must remain a foundling.
For another 50 years.
If his parent gave permission, couldn't he then become a Mandalorian apprentice?
Yes, and his parents are far from here, if they're even alive.
Then I will adopt him as my own.
Kind of thought that was what you already did, but whatever.
Let it be written in song that Din Djarin is accepting this foundling as his son.
Again, they're like, we thought this was the case, but okay, let's make it official.
You are now Din Grogu, Mandalorian apprentice.
Wait, so Din was his last name? So Djarin is his first?
Mandalore. Take your apprentice on his journeys.
He's like, so do I get my own helmet now? Like, how does this work? Let the Olympic Games begin! Heard you the first time.
Oh. We're gonna see Zeb?
Let me buy you a drink, Mando. We really appreciate what you did.
Aw.
Made our jobs a lot easier.
Fuck you, dude.
Moff Gideon. You would have gotten him eventually. I just got there first.
Your kid sure likes the trophies.
Memory core.
It's not him, kid.
Yeah, but it has
One
a
of the
memory
reminds me
core.
of someone he knew. This youngling is my apprentice.
What does that have to do with me?
I'm a bounty hunter by trade. Now that he's with me, I'll be more selective in my assignments. You don't have the resources to protect the Outer Rim, let alone hunt down Imperial remnants. And I need work.
Let me get this straight. You want to work for the New Republic?
Under the radar.
On a case-by-case basis. An independent contractor.
You know this is against regulation. It'll never get approved.
Which
Clearly.
won't tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think about it.
You already did.
Yeah.
It's a good deal and you know it.
We're gonna do like a Batman Commissioner
All
Gordon
I
type
require
thing.
is a small advance. What I want in return is that.
Scrap assassin droid head?
I need it for parts.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get my buddy back.
The people of Navarro appreciate all you've done, Mando. I'm going to give you this deed to a cabin just outside of town where you can lay low with your new family if you choose so. Between adventures.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have a home address now. And I can tell people where to send my paychecks.
To Den Grogu.
And I have a gift for you as well.
He lives!
Greetings, citizens. I am IG-11, your new marshal. Your new marshal of Navarro.
Nice.
I am here to serve and protect the citizenry.
Back from the dead, asshole!
I am at your disposal, and serve at your pleasure.
Sure glad his body survived the explosion on Mandalore. Aw, what a cute little house. Finally, just put my feet up and relax. Come here, Froggy, you're mine. And they live happily ever after. That end. I guess it's a good way to cap off everything. Din Djarin is officially retired. He's on his nice little ranch out in the middle of nowhere with his adopted son. He's an independent contractor for the New Republic. Mandalore's repopulating itself. Good times all around. Oh yeah, and he got his robot buddy back. Bye, Giancarlo Esposito. I would have liked to have seen clones of you, but oh well. Maybe one of them survived, who knows? So I guess Mandalore's just habitable again, right? Now they found that it can grow, like, plants and whatever. And they can grow food. I mean, that's good, I guess. At least now the Mandalorians have a home again. Also, can you imagine if they made Grogu take the Kree and he's just like, yes, yes, no, no, yes, no. Okay, so that was an ending. Happy ending, all around. I mean, pretty wrapped up in a neat little package. I don't know, like, I can't really complain, but at the same time I can, and I will. I mean, let's state the obvious. This was very underwhelming. You blow the big reveal in the last episode, and then immediately eradicate the threat in the next. A little build-up, perhaps, a little more foreshadowing, like we didn't really get to any of that up until, like, the very end.
Aside from, like, the big battle with Moff Gideon and then the Darksaber basically being destroyed.
That annoyed me.
Nothing really happened. Like, yeah, we restarted the Forge of Mandalore, and there's organic areas that are habitable, vegetation can thrive, and then Mando goes to retire, semi-retire.
He's doing a work program now.
Yeah.
It just felt incredibly safe.
It felt like it was an ending of the series.
It pretty much was, let's
Yeah.
face it.
I mean, it can continue, but you may have ended that arc. Honestly, I don't think we saw a body of Gideon's.
I know it's implied he was basically incinerated and that his clones were destroyed. I mean, we're just gonna have to take it by face value that indeed happened.
but the remnants aren't exactly gone. He's got that spy on Coruscant, so...
Yeah, she's still
that's
there.
Still a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they would have tied that more into this. I thought that the whole thing felt like they were building to that, and then they just kind of dropped it.
Yeah, I'm glad we spent an entire episode establishing her and her purpose, only to show her one more time and that's it. And it's just like, oh, she's a spy. Okay, cool. I mean, unless they bring her back in future shit.
So, Moff Gideon believes in, like, the midichlorian shit, and that he can cultivate a clone where he can manipulate the midichlorians into basically creating the Jedi.
Oh god, that was
why
so
it's
stupid.
like...
I thought we were moving past the whole midichlorian thing.
They don't even say it, but it's so heavily implied.
It's like, how do you do that exactly? Palpatine couldn't even do that with his clones. The entire reason that Rey exists is because her father was a failed clone of Palpatine. He didn't have the Force. Like, the fact that he was able to pass it on to Rey, they don't specify that the Force is genetic, but it's kind of heavily implied that it is.
I don't think her father was a clone.
Yeah, it was. Rey's a Palpatine, remember?
Yeah, but disgusting as the notion may be, I'm pretty sure that it's in all likelihood Palpatine did sire an heir.
I read the backstory. Her father is confirmed to be a failed clone.
That's just...
I know, I don't particularly care for it either, but I think they went with that to save people the vision of Palpatine getting it on, even though
I know,
it's
I
not
don't,
outside the realm of possibility because he was a senator and you know how politicians get around.
He's a very powerful person, and disgusting as he might have been, I'm sure there was somebody that was willing to go that...
He's a fucking emperor for 20 years. Of course he had hose on the side to get it on with, you know. Everybody has needs.
It could have even happened, before the deformity.
The point is that Palpatine's own clones, a lot of them were failures. That's why it took him so goddamn long to make the one that he eventually inhabited in Rise of Skywalker. And even then, you could argue it wasn't the best clone, given he couldn't even fucking move on his own. The fact that Gideon thinks that he can just create a Jedi, he can create 10 versions of himself as a Jedi, like, are you shitting me here?
Like, it would explain why he wanted the Darksaber so badly.
He was so desperate to cosplay as that Mandalorian Jedi.
He wanted a clone of himself that was a Jedi that could wield the Darksaber and rule Mandalore.
I'm sorry, they kind of ruined Moff Gideon with this season. I loved it when he was just, a badass Empire Moff who did whatever the fuck he wanted and enjoyed it. Like, that was when he was at his best. He didn't need the Force to wield the Darksaber. He was that much of a badass. And, he lost to Mando. But, Mando's a fucking OG. It's very rare that someone gets one over on him. But even then, the fact that he was so determined to get the Darksaber again, so determined to outshine all the Mandalorians and even the Jedi, that he just created his own OC cosplay self-insert just to fulfill his fantasy. It makes him come across as pathetic. I'm sorry. It's like, as much as I love his armor and it's a good sort of callback to Vader and whatever, it's derivative. It's like, I want to be the most badass Empire soldier ever. I have the powers of everybody and everything. I'm the ultimate Mary Sue. Like, Jesus. And the way he went out, I don't like that. He just burst into flames. First of all, he took down Bo-Katan. This was supposed to be their big rematch. This was her wielding the Darksaber, taking him down the way a Mandalorian should. And she failed. And then got the saber broken on top of that. And then it took Mando and Grogu coming in to save her ass. and the three of them just trying to keep him at bay, and they ended up having to rely on a fucking ship to fucking burn him to death just to take him out. The three of them should have all gotten a hit on him at the same time. It should have been the way that one Mandalorian died at the end of the last episode, with those three stabbing him. It should have been Bo-Katan stabbing him through the chest, Mando stabbing him through the head, Grogu stabbing him in the ass. That would have been the perfect annihilation of Moff Gideon. But no, we had to go for the easy cop-out. And then suddenly Grogu knows how to do force-field magic. Okay, whatever.
The fact that he desecrated something sacred to Mandalorian culture should have lit a fire under them.
Yeah, that should have been Bo-Katan fucking, like, going beast mode and taking him down. But again, no, she doesn't. She just weakly, and has to rely on big, strong Mando to help her. It's like, I get it, Mandalorians work better together, but it's like, you're the fucking princess of Mandalore. You're supposed to show your strength and, like, rule by example and stuff. If you can't take down one fucking Empire guy, really, you expect to lead Mandalore again? And everyone just readily accepts it. They're just like, oh, cool, he's dead. Okay, I guess you're our leader again. Where's that Darksaber, by the way? You know, the thing that was so fucking important to have.
So when's Ahsoka?
Soon, I hope. And hopefully it learns and is better than this. I really hope so. I mean, I know we're still going to be going back to Clone Wars and whatever, but it's gotta be better than this.
Definitely want to see my Rebels gang again. The crew of the Ghost.
Well, hey, we're getting pretty much everyone back, if that trailer was any indication, so...
Yep, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Thrawn again.
And Chopper.
And Chopper!
The true king returns.
See, now, if Chopper were here, I mean, R5!
Dude, R5 was a boss. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
He was able to help him do that, but if Chopper were there...
I was like half expecting Chopper to come up from behind and shove him off.
He would have busted the door down with dual pistols and just shot Gideon in the ass multiple times. It would have been the best thing ever.
That's why you can't have Chopper in this. He'd just take care of everything.
He's too OP, man. Too OP.
Yeah.
Dude, if he doesn't take out a whole fucking ship full of, like, soldiers in the Ahsoka series, I would be so disappointed. But yeah, like I said, this ending, as safe as it was, as satisfying as it was giving them an actual happy ending, it just felt way too safe, and it came off as boring. It felt uninspired. Yeah, it wrapped everything up. It's a logical ending point, but that's not what we watch Mandalorian for. We watch it for, like, these epic battles and these big conclusions. Like, think of how season 1 and 2 ended. The extreme emotions, the action, the big reveals and whatever. And, like, this, I can't really say, like, what the big thing about this that stood out is. I really can't. IG-11 came back. Cool. We kind of knew that was happening. Okay, Mandalore is back. Mandalorians are in charge again. Cool. We knew that would happen. Moff Gideon died. Again, we kind of knew that would happen.
Also, I just realized, in this entire season, I don't think Mando took off his helmet fully once.
I mean, I understand why, because Pedro Pascal was super fucking busy. He probably spent all of season 3 either doing The Last of Us or being in a movie or whatever. Bro's been busy, and I mean, you can't expect him to really inhabit the armor all the time when he doesn't have
Right, but at least have that one moment that they have each season.
Like, I almost expected at the very end when, you know, they're on their plot of land in their home and he's relaxing, he just takes off his helmet and just smiles as he watches Grogu play. That would have been a nice moment to end it on. Because, like, yes, I get it. He was kind of traumatized, I guess, from being kicked out of his clan because they found out he took off his helmet. So now he makes his mission not to do it again. But it's like, you're in the privacy of your own home with your adopted son. You can let your guard down just this once. And they couldn't even do that. It's like, come on. It kind of goes to show us how soulless this whole season just feels. There's no heart in it. I can barely think of, like, any real gripping moments, any heartfelt moments in this.
They're kind of making you feel like they're passing the torch. Especially the end where they relight the forge. They're literally handing off the torch. Feels like they're kind of handing it off to Bo-Katan, but Maybe they're doing it to, what's his name, the son.
Oh, the foundling?
The foundling that's now taking the creed.
I was gonna love he had no reaction whatsoever to his father dying.
Yeah, no.
It's just like, that's just something he expects. That's part of Mandalorian culture. No mourning. Like, we knew this would happen.
Yeah. To be fair, even when he died, we had no, we were like...
The guy was an asshole
he's
up
dead.
until, like...
what's up there?
The guy was an asshole up until, like, the episode before he died. Really? Were we supposed to feel something?
Oh, no, he died. I feel horrible.
Oh, no, he's dead. Anyway. But, yeah, final thoughts. Season 3 was a letdown. I think it's pretty much been unanimous among fans for the most part. I've yet to see anybody who looked at all the episodes of the season and said that they were consistently good. Again, a lot of people even got like Andor flashbacks based on the one episode on Coruscant. But yeah, I have to agree, and I think part of it is because maybe they couldn't get Pedro Pascal in as much as they wanted, maybe they got tired of writing it, maybe they were just trying to build up to another series and they were trying to do spin-offs or whatever. Point is, this just felt forced and needless and just such a letdown to what started as such a great series that led to so much renewal and hope in Star Wars. Yeah, I'm glad Mando and Grogu got their happy ending, but I still wanted a little bit more. Like, was that so much to ask?
Or at least, if you're gonna end it here, cap it off in the right way.
Mm-hmm. As it stands, I don't care about Bo-Katan. She let me down in that battle. I don't really care about the Mandalorians. They proved just how fucking stupid they are. Most of them, anyway. Like I said, Mando's story is basically done. There's nothing really to follow up on that. Grogu's pretty much just gonna be his buddy until Mando dies, so...
It seems like he'll be semi-retired, but around possibly for cameos in other material.
If we get another Book of Boba Fett type show, then they're like, oh, we gotta bring Mando in, we gotta save this thing. If I were like the casual viewing public, I'd say just watch the part in Book of Boba Fett where they're reunited and then just leave it at that. It's just like, just be safe in the knowledge that, hey, they're together again, they're off having their adventures, and just don't even bother with the follow season 3.
I don't know. Season 3 has its moments.
It has its moments, but it's not enough.
But it's not. To even call watching Book of Boba Fett, I can't even recommend that.
No, I can't either, but like I said, tune in for the Mando stuff. That's really all you need to know, let's face it. But with that being said, thank you everyone for tuning in to We Have Spoken. This is probably going to be the last time we do this if what the creators said were any indication. I mean, this may come back. Again, it probably will change focus and characters and stuff, in which case, I guess we'll do it on a season-by-season basis from now on, because I don't know if we can do it this style again. I don't really have much hope going forward, but we'll see.
I think our next Star Wars series coming up is Visions, so we'll probably do like a single review of it, given that it's, it's going to be a bunch of shorts.
Pretty much. It'll probably be combined with like our retrospective of, Clone Wars, Rebels, and all that, which we will get to eventually. Just gotta get through the backlog first, but it will happen. The retrospective is coming. With that being said, thanks again, and I am Kat MacBerrie.
I'm Doug MacBerrie, and we have spoken.
We have spoken, for possibly the last time. Hail Grogu.